And this is follow-up on a previous video how to assemble Ikea VÄRDE shelf. In this video I'm gonna show you how to mount the shelf on the wall. I'm gonna explain everything, how to mark the wall, what kind of wall plugs to use, screws, everything what you need to know about the mounting Ikea VÄRDE shelf to the wall to get to this stage. The first shelf I already put it up, but just with the screws, without the wall plugs, just to see how high we're gonna go with the second shelf, as they're gonna be next to each other. There's gonna be no gap between them. I prepare everything next to me. Big drill, small drill. This is combination with drill and screwdriver, very useful. The bigger one is the drill for the wall. This one I'm gonna mark the wall through the shelf, and then I have the small electric screwdriver. If you like to see what I'm using here, all the links for the tools are in the description. First you're gonna go exact height where you want to have the shelf. In this case, you see we're gonna line up with the first shelf. So the first shelf, I just put it up with the 4 screws, so I know how high I'm gonna go. Don't use this is disaster, recipe for the disaster. Use proper ladder. Well, I didn't have it with me, it was in my truck, so it would be nice for a video if I go down with all this, but well, it didn't happen. Okay, here I put the shelf. Yeah, that's the mistake. I put the shelf in exact height how I want it. It's a bit heavy, so if you have a second person, it would be useful to hold it and mark all the holes in the shelf. You're gonna have 8 holes. There is 4 holes in each of the long panels, so that's how you're gonna mount it to the wall. Just go with the drill. This one is drill, a combination of the drill and electric screwdriver as well. So mark all the holes so you're gonna see where to drill exactly. Do this quite exact, as you're gonna see later on. I'm gonna have a slight problem with the wall plugs. I think I moved it, I don't know, millimeter or 2 at some stage. So if you have a second person, would be useful. You can do it on your own, but I have to hold quite heavy. Okay, measure, check your wall with the wall scanner if you don't have any electric pipes or wires behind it, so you're not gonna drill through something what you don't wanna have a problem. Here we're gonna have a plasterboard wall combination with on the other side, on the middle especially, there is something solid, so on the side I'm gonna use those. This is the wall plugs for the plasterboard. I'm gonna show you how it works, and on the middle I'm gonna use the other plastic one. So it depends on your wall, use the right wall plugs. Here the bigger drill, the hoover is useful. You're not gonna do much dust around, especially if you have a carpet, so you can hoover it straight away as you drill. I like to go a bit smaller than the wall plug. You see I changed it here for slightly smaller, so the plug is very tight in the hole. Just go all the way in. On this side we have a plasterboard wall. On the other side, on the right side, there is something in the wall. When I knock the wall, I could see there is something stronger, so I'm gonna use different wall plugs on the right side than on the left side. I'm gonna drill with this drill here. As I mentioned, the hole should be very tight with the wall plug. Start with the maybe smaller drill first. If it doesn't go in, do a little bit bigger, but go very tight on the wall plugs, because as you're gonna put the screw in, if it start to twist around, that's it, the whole thing is useless. You see I'm checking the wall, knocking the wall. Sometimes you can feel if it's hollow, it's a bit different sound. So on the right side it was different than on the left. So on the right I'm going with the plastic wall plugs, and on the left I'm going with those metal one for the plasterboard wall. I'm gonna explain in a moment how those work. Okay, we have all those in. Those the metal ones, just place them in all 4. You see they go quite hard in. That's how I like it, so they have the grip already, and we're gonna extend them in the wall. So they basically, when you open the screw slightly with this tool, you open the wall plugs behind the wall. Basically it open like a star behind the wall, and that's it. You're not gonna be able to rip it all out anymore. Just make sure the screws are long enough. In this case I thought it's gonna be long enough, but I'm gonna have to drill the hole, slightly bigger entrance for the head. It's a slightly different shape than the other screws. So once you extend all the wall plugs for the plasterboard, you can take all the screws out. We can start to prepare to put the shelf on the wall. I'm still on that wobbly small chair. Well, you learn. Okay, we can take this one out. Just check the wall before you start to drill it. On this side, the wall on the middle, same as for the left shelf, it's gonna be a bit funny on the middle. Even not gonna let me go too deep, but it's gonna be good enough because the right side gonna be very strong. Bottom is as well very good. But on the left side, I find there is something in the wall, something hard. I check, I try to smell it. Sometimes if you hit the wood, it's a good option. Sometimes there is wooden studs, so if you hit the wood, you can smell it on the drill or on the screw if you go through it. But you don't smell anything, it just was hard, I couldn't get in. Tried to put the plugs in here, but they were too long, so I'm gonna cut them in half. I'm gonna drill as much as I can. I tried to smell it here, the screws, you see I tried to put the screws in, but it was metal in or some maybe aluminum stud for the, or something hard, I don't know. I didn't want to go through it. Once when I see there is something hard and I'm not sure what it is, and if it's deep enough for at least 3/4 of the plugs, I cut a plug, I place it in, and if the other plugs are good enough, at least in this case we have 8 holes, so if the 6 holes are good, no problem if 2 of them are gonna be not strong enough. I thought it's not gonna be strong enough, but still you're gonna see at the end when I'm gonna put them in, they grip nicely on all 8 holes, so I was happy how it ended. Just place it in. If the hole plug doesn't go in, don't force it. If you have something hard in the wall, if a wall scanner saying something, there is something behind it, you're not sure 100% what it is, just don't push it. You don't want to drill any water pipes or electric wires. So here I'm gonna place the screws in. I'm gonna push them not all the way out, but out enough so I can see when I'm gonna put the shelf on the wall, I can see they coming nicely into the wall plugs. And once I'm in, I'm gonna secure them deeper. So you see, I'm gonna put the shelf up. If you have second person here, would be great. So you don't need to hold all this weight. The shelf is quite heavy, but it'll be fine even if you're on your own. So you see, you can do it alone. So just find the holes. We're gonna see it from the side. If you're in, you can secure it at least 2 or 3, and then you can focus on the rest. Once it's in, you're gonna feel it's okay to check all the other holes if you're in the right position. Once you're in, just secure it all the way in. As I mentioned this, you see this is the drill I was using to mark the wall. You see it's gripping nicely, very happy with that. All of them, they coming nicely in. So this is the electric drill combination with the electric screwdriver. So for heavier, bigger screws, it's very useful. You can use it as a screwdriver. It has the clutch, so you can adjust how heavy you want to go on the screws, and I have a 2-speed positions as well, of course left and right, and then you can use it for a drill as well. This is a big help. Top screws, just place them in if you don't have it already there, and secure it. See, going nice and tight inside. Once you feel the resistance from the wall plug, just tighten it up. If you see it's all the way in, don't overrun it, because those electric screwdrivers are very strong, so don't overrun it. If you overrun it, then you're gonna feel the wall plug is spinning already in the wall. That's it, you just destroy the connection there, and you're gonna have to change it. If you do it in more places, the connection gonna be useless there. Okay, next one, exactly the same. Here I'm just going with the right side because I have those plastic wall plugs there, so I'm gonna find at least 2, find the hole and place the screw in. Once you're in at least 2 of them, you can rest a little bit. So we're gonna check the other side. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna have a little bit of problem on the other side, but I'm gonna show you how to sort it out. Because of the, you see, a little bit out from the wall, as the wall is maybe not so straight, all the shelf can twist slightly. So here, in one of them, it didn't have a problem to come in, but the screw is not long enough. doesn't grip with the plug on the other side. See, I got the tip here. I'm gonna extend the hole slightly. See, the small screwdriver, so useful here, is just next to you. You can put it in your pocket, change the tops, fix the small things like this. If you need to hold the shelf as well, or in this case I have a camera on the other side, is a fantastic tool. Not heavy. See, with one hand, just change the tops, fix it. Great help. Okay, the hole is slightly bigger. Try to grip it all the way there. Fantastic. Very happy with that. Nice grip on this side. The other 3 holes on the left are gonna have a different problem there as well. I think when I was putting the shelf, marking the wall, maybe I move it like a 1 millimeter up or down. And because of the wall plugs for the plasterboard wall, those are metal. Yeah, here I'm gonna change it again with the top, and I'm gonna extend the holes so all the heads, they can come in nicely on this side. So as I mentioned, the wall plugs for the plasterboard walls, those are metal, so it's they have to be very exact because the screw is coming exactly to the hole. The plastics, you can still move it a bit left and right because the opening is slightly bigger. In those plasterboard wall plugs, the opening is very small, so you have to be very exact. So I probably, when I was marking the wall, I may move it 1 or 2 millimeter up or down. So you see here, I try to put the screw in, I cannot come in. It's an easy fix, nothing difficult. Just don't force it. If it doesn't go, that's fine. You just can drill it slightly, the holes. You see, I push the drill slightly up, so I'm gonna be able to find the first grip, and then you're gonna be fine to come in with the screws all the way in. There it is, nicely coming in, and then secure all the other holes. Here on the right side we got the different type of wall plugs. There was no problem at all. And this is the last one. The head's coming nicely in. You see, it's gripping nicely to the wall. Very happy how it grips. See, closing up with the wall nicely. Nice and solid connection. Very happy how it went at the end. So that's how you attach Ikea VÄRDE to the wall. I hope you enjoyed, guys. If you want to know how to assemble the shelf, just check out the previous video. I hope you enjoyed it. If yes, thumbs up, subscribe to their channel. As always, you will make my day, and see you in my next one very soon. Thank you for watching, guys. You have a fantastic day.